Behind the golden gates of Buckingham Palace, in rooms lined with centuries of portraits, a family faces their darkest hour. Not from enemies outside their walls, but from within their own bloodline. For years, they looked away. For years, they protected their own. But when new allegations emerged about Prince Andrew, something unprecedented happened. The royal family said, "Enough is enough." This is the story of how Britain's most powerful family finally chose truth over tradition, how they drew a line in the sand, and how one prince's fall from grace became a turning point in royal history. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to the beginning. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, the Queen's favorite son, they said. Born into unimaginable privilege in 1960, he was the spare to the heir, third in line to the throne, with all the perks and none of the pressure. He was the dashing naval officer, the helicopter pilot who flew combat missions in the Falklands War. A war hero, the most eligible bachelor in Britain. His wedding to Sarah Ferguson in 1986 was a fairy tale watched by millions. But fairy tales, as we've learned, don't always have happy endings. After his divorce in 1996, Andrew's life took a different turn. Private jets, luxury resorts, powerful friends in high places. He became known as Air Miles Andy, the playboy prince with expensive tastes and questionable judgment. And then came the friendship that would change everything. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just wealthy. He was connected, a financier who moved in circles of presidents, princes, and billionaires. But behind the mansions and the private island, something sinister was happening. Andrew and Epstein's friendship went back to the 1990s. They traveled together. Andrew stayed at Epstein's properties. He was photographed at his New York mansion, his Palm Beach estate. In 2008, when Epstein was convicted of soliciting a minor for prostitution, you'd think that would be the end of it. In 2010, Andrew was photographed walking through Central Park with Epstein, the convicted sex offender. The palace scrambled to explain. A mistaken judgment, they said. He went to end the friendship. But the photographs told a different story. There was Andrew at Epstein's mansion, not looking like a man ending a friendship, but very much at home. And then there was Virginia Giuffre. She came forward with allegations that shook the monarchy to its core. She claimed Epstein had trafficked her to powerful men, including Prince Andrew. She said she was forced to have sex with him 3 times, starting when she was just 17 years old. She had a photograph to prove they'd met. Andrew's arm around her waist, Ghislaine Maxwell smiling in the background. November 2019. Prince Andrew made a decision that would seal his fate. He sat down for an interview with BBC Newsnight. No handlers could stop him. He was going to clear his name once and for all. For 49 excruciating minutes, the world watched as Andrew tried to explain away the unexplainable. He claimed he couldn't have been with Virginia Giuffre at a nightclub in London because he was at a Pizza Express in Woking with his daughter. He said he couldn't sweat due to a medical condition from the Falklands War, contradicting Giuffre's claim that he was sweating profusely. He showed no empathy for Epstein's victims, no remorse, no understanding of how his friendship looked. The public reaction was swift and brutal. Headlines screamed. Social media exploded. Royal experts called it a car crash interview. Within days, Andrew was forced to step back from royal duties. No more ribbons to cut. No more medals to pin. He was effectively exiled from public life. The family closed ranks around him, as they always had. For a while, there was an uneasy quiet. Andrew retreated from view. The pandemic hit, and the world's attention shifted. But Virginia Giuffre wasn't going away. In August 2021, she filed a civil lawsuit against Andrew in New York. The allegations were detailed, damning, and public. The palace's response? No comment. Behind those palace walls, conversations were happening. King Charles, then Prince Charles, was planning the future of the monarchy, a slimmed-down, modern institution. There was no room for scandal, no tolerance for damaged reputations. The Queen, in her final years, reportedly felt torn between her duty as monarch and her love for her son. But even she knew something had to give. In January 2022, Andrew was stripped of his military titles and royal patronages. No more His Royal Highness in official capacity. He would face the lawsuit as a private citizen. 1 month later, he settled the case for a reported £12 million. No admission of liability, but the message was clear: make this go away. The family thought that was the end. Pay the price, fade into obscurity, let time heal the wounds. And now, new allegations have emerged. The details are still unfolding, but sources close to the royal family say these claims have reignited the nightmare they thought was behind them. Whether it's new accusers coming forward, fresh evidence surfacing, or documents being unsealed, the wound has been torn open again. This time, the response from the palace is different. Senior royals, led by King Charles, have reportedly decided they will not turn a blind eye any longer. No more protecting Andrew. No more family loyalty trumping institutional reputation. The message is clear. The monarchy is bigger than any one person, even a prince of the blood. Insiders suggest Andrew may be cut off financially from the family. His residence at Royal Lodge, a 30-room mansion in Windsor, may be taken from him. He may be completely isolated from royal life, not just publicly, but privately too. This isn't just about one man's fall from grace. This is about a family choosing their survival over their son, their brother, their uncle. The British public is watching closely. For some, this decision comes far too late. Where were they when the first allegations emerged? Critics ask, why did it take this long? Others see it as a necessary step. The monarchy's survival depends on public trust, and that trust has been eroding for years. Diana's death, Meghan and Harry's departure, now Andrew's scandals. Royal commentators are calling this a line in the sand moment. King Charles is showing that under his reign, accountability matters, that the institution comes before the individual. But questions remain. How complicit was the family in enabling Andrew's behavior over the years? Why was he allowed to continue his association with Epstein even after the conviction? Were there warnings that went unheeded? And perhaps most importantly, is this really about justice or just about protecting the crown? The story of Prince Andrew and the royal family is far from over. As new allegations continue to surface, as investigations deepen, as the public demands answers, one thing is certain: the days of sweeping scandals under the palace rug are gone. The institution that has survived for over 1,000 years now faces a modern reckoning. Can they adapt? Can they prove they're willing to hold their own accountable? Or will this be the scandal that finally breaks the people's faith in the crown? The world is watching. The palace doors are closed, and behind them, a family is making decisions that will echo through history. What happens next will define not just Prince Andrew's legacy, but the future of the British monarchy itself.